lights, young barracuda watching for them gray whites. Way bright stage lights, they might just take the pipe if I play it right. Aim tight, go bananas, take a bite. Or the hammers might take your life in your pajamas. Play it right and take a hike to Alabama. I'm gone. I be in and out the spot. I ain't got no time to talk. Nigga, I'm gone. I be on and off the road. I be living like a boss. Nigga, I'm gone. Shawty do it like a pussy. Knock the pussy out the park. Nigga, I'm gone. We been racing to the money. I been winning from the start. I'm in your city with
What's up, you guys? Oh my goodness, my computer is cutting up. I don't know what's going on with my computeration. Hey, you guys, what's up? It's me. Go ahead, hit that like, share. Well, hit that like button, share the video, and if you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and subscribe. I'm bringing this video to you because China is really like China's cutting up, bruh. China is really like punking the heck out of Biden. They are like knuck if you buck on some real stuff. And China is, I mean, and Biden, I don't think he's buck. All right, so let's read these articles. I ain't going to hold y'all too long. It says China expert warns war in Asia is coming if United States does not act. And they saying, look, the choice is yours, okay? Jordan Chang says Biden has to make for them to deter China's aggression. China aggressive, and they're like, look, Biden, if you don't, like, you know what I'm saying, puff your chest out and start beating on it and do what you got to do, it's going to be a problem. It says Gatestone Institute senior fellow Gordon Chang sounded the alarm about potential conflict between the U.S. and China, telling Mornings with Maria Monday that Biden administration must that for in Asia. He's like, yo, get it together or else it's going to be war, bro. All right. It says, Gordon Chang says, we meaning the United States, have a menu of options. One of the options is we can cut technical assistance agreements with China. The second option is we can reduce or sever trades. We can stop investment in the military sector. It says there are all sorts of things the administration can do if it has the political will. The important thing is reestablishing deterrence. That is one of the most dangerous a country can do because China doesn't believe us right now. China's like, we don't believe you. You need more people. So we're going to have to make threats. China basically called the Biden administration a bunch of punks, bro. They're literally like calling their bluff. They're calling the United States. Do you think that they would ever have called Trump's bluff, bro? I look, say what you want about Trump, but do you think any country would have ever called his bluff? They said we're going to have to carry through on those threats. The Chinese are going to react. This is going to be a spiral downward. There is a momentum for war, and I actually think there will be a war in Asia unless something changes. They said we can stop China and Ukraine. We can stop China and Ukraine by stopping Russia, or we can end up in a war with Asia. They're like, yo, the choice is yours. So basically, China's like, look, we about to run up and get done up. We working it out with our friend Russia. China's like, yo, we got Russia's back. So either you could do one or two things, United States. Either you stop Russia or you're gonna have to fight us both. They're like, yeah, we're gonna jump you. China ain't playing. Look, your good sis told you. Look, anybody who's been following me, I already told you. I told you a while ago this was gonna happen. I told you, I said Russia and China is going to get us. I told you. Your good sis told you. So, look, you need to give me my props, all right? You need to go ahead and give me my props. I am so sorry. My computer is really cutting up. I don't know what's going on. Well, I'm having technical issues with my computer, you guys. Please bear with me. Please bear with me. All right, so let's go to the next article. Because China really is putting their foot on America's necks. They're not playing. And Biden is a little scared. He a little scared. The next article says Biden is not prepared. Did it pop up? I wanted to make sure it popped up because you see the computer acting up. The next article says Biden is not prepared to protect America against the war with China. Gordon Chang, the same dude, look, he got a lot to say. It says U.S. lifts tensions with China mark the initial stages of an attack. Whew. It says with the Department of Defense on high alert after shooting down an unidentified flying object over Lake Harrison on Saturday. The Gatestone Institution's senior fellow Gordon Chang warned that Biden administration is not ready to take on our adversary. It says if you don't acknowledge reality, you cannot deal with it. And clearly, the Biden administration is not prepared to protect American interests, Chang said on Monday mornings with Maria. So he really sitting up here kikiing it with Maria. All right, he's telling Maria all of the tea. And so it says, and whether you call it treason, like Congressman McCall, or whether you say it's just plain obliviousness, being oblivious, okay? We are not being protected by the president of the United States, whose primary responsibility is to protect us from a foreign attack. Y'all done brought this 80-year-old man in the office. I don't. Okay, let's keep going. The Department of Defense said President Joe Biden, shortly before 2:42 p.m., directed, for a plane to shoot down the flying object. And the object was about 20,000 feet over Lake Huron. It says the DoD said the path and altitude raised concerns, including that it could be hazardous to civil aviation. Said it was messing with us. Okay. Oh, is this not okay? I wanted to make sure it was popped up because it looked like it might not have been popped up. It says U.S. authorities have made clear that they consistently monitor for unknown radar blips, and it is not unusual to shut down airspace as precautions to evaluate them. Hold on, if y'all is consistently looking for the blips, how was this in the air for like 3 days before y'all knew? Y'all, this was just floating over us, guys. That balloon, that Chinese spy balloon was just a floating. It was floating. That joint was chillaxing for like 3 days. It says U.S. authorities made it clear that the constantly monitor for unknown radar blips. Yeah, I read that. It says, but the unusually assertive response was raising questions about whether such use of force is warranted, particularly as administrative officials said the object were not of great national security concerns and the downings were just out of caution. America must assume for a moment, Chang argued, that it is in a war with China. And these latest tension marks the initial stages of an attack. Now, I don't know. Look, China has been calling United States bluff for a little while, ever since the war in Ukraine. China has been, what I'm saying, United States is trying to draw the line in the sand, and China kept putting his toe over the line, and United States was like, ain't nobody worried about your toe. Ain't nobody worried about your toe. So China was like, I bet, and put a whole balloon over the line. They put a whole spy balloon over the line. It said, okay, I'm gonna keep reading. It says we have a military clearly that was not prepared to deal with the Chinese spy balloon that entered our airspace on January 28th. They're reporting that they did not notify the commander in chief until the fourth day. I thought it was 3 days. It was 4. They didn't notify him until the 4th day of intrusion. Chang explained. So really, we have seen the military learn. There have been much quicker reactions on the last three objects. And the last three in my other video, my last video, I had told you guys how the last three objects wasn't even a spy balloon. They were UFOs. It says there have been quicker response on the last three objects, but nonetheless, we have a national security establishment that is not prepared to think about the worst outcome. And clearly, that is one of the possibilities. It says on the latest episode of Sunday Morning Features, Rep. Michael McCall expressed his belief that China is gathering intelligence as they build their own nuclear stockpile. Didn't I read in an article to you guys in one of my other videos about how Japan was buying up all the missiles? I did. It was the Rihanna video. I read how Japan was buying up stockpiling missiles and stuff. And then in the video I did like 2 videos ago, Japan's beefing. Japan's mad. Was it at North Korea and the United States? Look, okay, it says people say, well, why would China use a balloon instead of using a spy satellite that it already employs? The reason is that with the balloon, they saw the reactions of specific general officers. Dang, I muted myself. I'm sorry. They see the reaction of specific general officers, and they saw the reaction of the U.S. military to what was going on. So they was like, okay, they put the balloon up in the air. It's like a diversion. Let's see how they act. Let's see what they do. So the next time, we can adapt to what they do. So yeah, that's bad. It says Sunday's unidentified object reportedly traveled from northern hemisphere to Alaska. Change noted, while indicating possible involvement of a second U.S. adversary. That suggests that maybe Russia is involved. He said, I think the Biden administration got to talk a little more about the tracks of these balloons and that where they came from, because we could be seeing, for instance, China and Russia in a 1-2 punch against the United States. I'm not saying that's the case. Yeah, I'm saying that your good sister saying that's the case. But I'm saying we need to think about these things because China and Russia are working very closely together. Look, it says President Biden puts forth a mindset about China that goes back 3 decades. It would have been appropriate at the turn of the century. It's not appropriate now. The expert said China, Russia, and its proxies, which include Iran, North Korea, Pakistan, and maybe Algeria, are forming the core of the new axis. And the Biden administration does not want to acknowledge that. Look, let me know in the comments what you guys think. Y'all, China is not playing with the Biden administration. So let me know in the comments what you guys think. And because I'm telling you, I don't know. I know. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, this would have never happened with Trump in office. That's all I'm gonna say. I know y'all don't like him, but he wouldn't have had this. All right, y'all have a blessed day, and I will see you again. Bye.